It has been discovered that a former WWE superstar asked to be released from the organization located in Stamford. In a recent interview, Ricardo Rodriguez said that Triple H and Vince McMahon approved his request for leave in 2014. World Wrestling Entertainment was Ricardo Rodriguez's home for almost 4 years, from 2010 to 2014. He wrestled for the worldwide wrestling powerhouse, but he is best known for his time as personal ring announcer for Alberto Del Rio. Ricardo Rodriguez discussed his 2014 departure in a recent interview with Chris Van Vliet. He thought back on his chat with Mark Carrano, who was WWE's Senior Director of Talent Relations at the time. Once Ricardo Rodriguez was released from WWE, he resumed wrestling on the independent circuit. He was a Spanish analyst for AEW and made an appearance at one recording as well. On occasion, Rodriguez continues to grapple on the independent circuit. The JCW Lunacy Train of Terror Tour Halloween event on October 31, 2024, was his final bout. Later that night, he and Metro Wolf were defeated by Matt Cross and Willie Mack in their joint effort. The choice to leave a corporation as iconic as WWE is never made lightly in the professional wrestling industry. Underneath the glamour, and screaming audiences is a high-stakes industry where artists face not only their adversaries but also the burden of their professional lives. A shocking tale broke recently about a 38-year-old WWE superstar who was released after requesting it. He was told he was always welcome to come back. The decision-making process was apparently friendly, with Vince McMahon and Triple H at the forefront. Despite the cutthroat nature of the sports entertainment industry, this development provides an unusual look at the respect and flexibility that WWE sometimes shows its stars. We'll get into the specifics of this heartbreaking departure, the reasons behind it, and the star's potential future plans. At the heart of this story is the wrestler's identity. No official word from WWE yet, but word on the street is that insert wrestler's name. A seasoned performer who has been an integral part of the company's success for years is in the running. He has been a crowd favorite on more than one occasion because to his charm, in-ring prowess, and adaptability, he usually does well in mid-card positions, although he does sometimes make an appearance in main events. He was faced with a critical decision at the age of 38. How to prioritize his family, his own development, and his professional goals. His decision to leave WWE was allegedly heavily influenced by these circumstances. Although the wrestler has chosen to keep his reasons for requesting release a secret, there are numerous elements that probably had a role. 1. The block on creativity. A performer's happiness and success in WWE are often determined by their creative direction. The wrestler allegedly felt his abilities were going unused in his most recent booking, which led to his dissatisfaction. Although he was appreciative of his time with WWE, he allegedly looked for other chances that would provide him more creative flexibility. 2. What I value most in my own life. Being a WWE superstar is no picnic. Performers spend the better part of the year on the road because to the brutal schedule. Perhaps the superstar, at 38 years old, wished he could have spent more time with his loved ones or pursued interests outside of wrestling. 3. Keenness for striking out on my own. After leaving WWE, several wrestlers continue their careers in other companies. In fact, it's the first page of a brand new book. Perhaps the performer felt the need for a change and decided to try their hand at acting, podcasting, or wrestling for a rival organization like AEW, NJPW, or Impact Wrestling. Vince McMahon and Triple H's courteous handling of the issue is what makes this tale stand out. It seems that this situation was different from others, where WWE has denied release requests, citing contract responsibilities and financial factors. An honorable farewell. Wrestling insiders say that the company's upper management valued the wrestler's candor and professionalism. Instead of resisting or trying to renegotiate conditions, they respected his request and acknowledged his years of service. The release is believed to have been made possible in large part by Triple H. Reportedly, he told the wrestler that, should he ever decide to return, the door would always be open because of his reputation for getting along with talent and understanding their hardships. Even though he is known for being a cunning businessman, Vince McMahon nonetheless granted his approval. The wrestler's devotedness to the WWE brand was recognized and appreciated by McMahon, according to those close to him. The wrestler's last days with WWE were reportedly both heartbreaking and inspirational, according to sources on the backstage. Reportedly, his fellow superstars and employees offered him a moving farewell, acknowledging his influence on the team and the locker room. According to one WWE source, leaving a place you've called home for so long isn't easy. It was obvious, however, that animosity had nothing to do with this choice. It was all about progress and moving forward. In one-on-one chats with coworkers, the wrestler expressed his appreciation for the chances WWE gave him and the connections he formed there. The future of the wrestler is uncertain, although rumors are circulating concerning his next move. 1. A rival promotion. Major wrestling firms like AEW, NJPW, and Impact Wrestling are likely to approach him with offers because to his talents and fame. In instance, AEW has a history of drawing ex-WWE stars who are seeking more leeway in their work and a less demanding schedule. 2. Ventures on an international scale or an independent circuit. Wrestlers often depart the WWE to pursue opportunities in independent wrestling or abroad. His skills might be honed, and he could work on interesting stories for promotions like All Japan Pro Wrestling or Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG. Taking a vacation from wrestling. There's also the chance that he may retire from wrestling, either temporarily or permanently. The star has the qualities necessary for success in a variety of fields, including family life, performing, and entrepreneurship. Fans were quick to get on social media to voice their opinions as the release announcement went viral. While many were sad to see a popular talent go, many were impressed by WWE's class and dignity in dealing with the matter. Love to see him go, but I'm glad WWE granted him the release he requested, one fan said. May all his future endeavors be filled with success. This man was deserving of a lot more in WWE. Another person said, I'm very interested in seeing his next move, AEW. What is NJPW? Imagine what's possible. Wrestling experts also shared their thoughts, pointing out how unusual it is for WWE to discharge employees in such a kind manner. This is a demonstration of the wrestler's professionalism and WWE's readiness to change, said a well-known analyst. The wrestling world needs more stories like this. This article highlights a significant change in the way WWE manages its relationships with its stars. The corporation has underheat in recent years for allegedly underutilizing its stars and botching release requests. The fact that WWE has agreed to this request suggests that the company is willing to be more understanding and accommodating to its roster members. Also, it's a reflection of how professional wrestling is becoming. The talent pool is more diverse than ever before, thanks to AEW and other serious alternatives, as well as the expanding international wrestling scene. For fans and the wrestling profession as a whole, this 38-year-old superstar's exit is a sad time. His departure will be felt, but Vince McMahon and Triple H handled it with elegance and dignity, which established a good tone. His legacy is safe, and his future is bright regardless of where he decides to take his wrestling career, whether that's exploring other endeavors or ultimately making a comeback to WWE. The future of this gifted artist is one that fans across the world will be keeping a careful eye on. Narratives such as this serve as a poignant reminder that, among the ever-changing landscape of wrestling, the athletes involved are human beings dealing with the complexities of their professions and personal lives. Jumping into the unknown may be the best course of action at times.